I'm trying my best. So just to show you my map first, my island name, as you can see on the top middle, is Arcadia. These are some of the islanders that I have. They're all cats, and I love them very much. I just got Olivia about a week or two ago. Big fan of her so far. Anyways, so this is my airport. This is usually where you would come in if you were coming to visit me in the game. And this is my island entrance, at least at the moment. I'm always going through different renditions of my game. And straight ahead of my entrance I have a little DIY section, which is really nice if I have visitors, so they can just come right in and take some DIYs. It really helps me out because I normally have an overabundance of them, and it's nice to give them away a little bit. And then directly to the left of here is my house up above there, and then to the bottom there's a little tropical getaway, I guess you could call it. So you can sit here, take a nap, drink some coconut juice, listen to the music or the sound of the waves, maybe walk along the pitiably short sea line and get some seashells, maybe go fishing a little bit. But then if you go up above here, it is my house. And I think I will give a house tour at another time. I think that's a video on its own. I'm definitely not saying that just because my house is a mess. So then if you keep going to the left here, there's a little bit of a walkway here with some stars, some flowers, all that good stuff. It also gives you a nice view of the sky. So if I had shooting stars tonight, I usually go to this spot just because you have a clear view, and I just kind of like this little setup I have here with the waterfalls and the moon and the sun and all that. The moon and the other moons, yes. I also neglected to mention I have little flower gardens on the bottom here. I don't really point them out enough because I kind of forget they're here most of the time. But anyways, so then if you keep going left here, if you know anything about Animal Crossing, and especially with Easter being not that long ago, Zipper T Bunny, the guy in the cage right there, people really don't like him. So that's why I made this little section here, just kind of as a gag joke for people that really don't like Zipper T Bunny. And yeah, you see I've barbed wire all around it and the tiki torches, so I just think it's funny. Anyways, going back on this path, if you go up, there's actually two different paths you could go up. But if you go up this one, there's this little section right here I don't really know what to do with yet. But then here is the entrance to kind of my fortune-telling tarot type area. I actually just finished this about an hour ago, but I'm still trying to figure out how to work out the exit right here. But yeah, it's kind of like a library, magical type area. Yeah, you got the candles, the stars. I really like that statue there. And then if you go out here to the right, it kind of transitions into like my kind of campsite, Japanese Zen garden type area. But I'm going to hold off on that for a second to show you if you took the other path down at that bridge. So I'm going to head, also, this waterfall right here above me is a new addition. Not too sure how I feel about it yet, but it's just a placeholder until I kind of decide what else to do with it. So then go back over here. If you were to take this right path, this again was just a little section I didn't know what to do with, so I originally had it be like a little kimono section with a bunch of looms, so it's like this is where you make the kimonos. But I ended up not really liking it, and then this happened. Not really sure how. I think it's because I was working on the Zipper T Bunny thing and I wanted more uses for some of the creepy items I had, so it's kind of like a human experimentation, Satan summoning lab, you know, like the kids have these days. So then if you go back up here through the fortune-telling area, as I said, this leads into my campsite, and I have a little waterfall up there. And this area leads to one of the housing areas, but we'll get to that in a bit. So yeah, this is my campsite. It's kind of a blend of Japanese Zen garden and more rustic, natural forestry type. So this is the actual campsite, so there will be different islanders visiting from time to time. There'll be a tent put up here. but some of the stuff that I put here, there's a little log bench you can sit on. I have some leaf piles, some trees obviously, mushrooms, there's a little campsite here and a tent, and here's a telescope in case you wanted to, you know, stargaze or go camping. This house right there is, it's my other house. I haven't really worked on it yet. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with it. And there's a swinging bench right here. Again, just if you want to kind of hang out, take a break from camping, walking around, whatever. And then this goes into a different area. So I'm gonna loop back around so we can go through my residential district. Again, you can see the waterfall to the left there. So the first thing it leads to is this little Zen praying stone type thing. So if you just want to kind of meditate with the incense sticks. I also like that I'm recording this during sakura season, so you can see all the falling petals, which I think is really pretty. It's too bad the event only lasts like a week or two. So this is the first part of the residential district, and there's Olivia fishing, the villager I said I got not too long ago. So yeah, these are all of my islander houses, and I also have signs with their portraits on front. There's a little picnic area right here, and there's a bench here with a nice view of the waterfall to the right. And we're not going to run here so we don't scare away the fish Olivia's trying to get. Okay, so then this leads to the larger part of the residential district. A bunch of bamboo trees here and some white flowers. Again, with the portraits of my all-cat villagers. This is my secret beach entrance. It's not so secret ever since I kind of carved out a path to it, but sometimes Red will visit your island, and he's a fox that sometimes sells you fake art. He has a really big tugboat, so it makes it easier for me if I'm running around and I see the black cloud of smog. I know that Red's here. But it's also another little bit of a meditative area by the sea with some lanterns. So again, you can just kind of watch the sky, listen to the waves, whatever you want to do. Okay, so back up here, the rest of my residential area. Some more houses, and this space over here, I've really struggled to think of what to do with it. So right now I'm just kind of using it as like a little pond rock formation type place, which I think it's turning out okay so far, because these rocks are just going to spawn no matter what, even if I keep getting rid of them, so they have to be somewhere. So I think it works out here because there's kind of other stone type items in this area, so I think it fits. But that is my residential area, and it kind of leads into another little zen area along with this cat path that I have that I'm probably never going to get rid of because I think it's really funny. But yeah, this loops back around to the campsite I already showed. But then if you keep heading over here to the right, it goes to my museum. And if you keep going even more right, it transitions over to a couple different things. So up here, there's actually a secret path. So if you go up here and hop over to this island, I have a little Godzilla shrine, which I think is pretty sweet. And then you hop back down, go down here, keep going over to the right. I have a cafe right here, along with some gardens underneath it. And there's a telescope here if you want to look out to the waves, sit on a date with your friends, what have you. Of course, we got some music going on. We got the menu right here, some cream and sugar. And if you take a close look at this mug right here, you'll notice something very special about it. And again, you can kind of see Godzilla in the background, which was not intended, but I think it's really funny. Okay, so then if we head back down here, you'll see that there's a little arch right here. So if you go through it, there's a changing room here and some scuba diving equipment. Because, as it turns out, we're on the beach. So if you go up here, there's a little like nap area, place to hang out your clothes to dry in case you did go scuba diving. Some water pumps just because I find it to be mildly amusing. And a sandcastle, some other games to play with. If you go up, there is a secret entrance to my theme park, which we'll head over since I'm already up here. It has the Mario warp pipe, which I think has been a very cool addition. Okay, so this is the entrance to my park. Oh my god, Celeste is here. So sorry, I have to talk to Celeste. I hope she doesn't give me a garbage recipe. She gave me a garbage recipe. Okay, well, this is my theme park. There's a drinking fountain here in case you get thirsty. There's some games here to play. If you go down here, there is a little park with these ridey horses and jungle gym. Keep going up here, there is a little dining area. And there's a couple goodies here in the stalls on the left and a teacup ride. If you keep going up, there is a spinning wheel here. There's some snacks. And in case you gotta go potty from all the snacks I have here, there's some toilets right here. And I'm gonna head back down. I'm really mad at you, Celeste. Alright, I don't want to look at her anymore. So we're gonna warp right on out of there. Okay, so we're back to my beach on the east end. I didn't mention, but all these coins here, I think it makes it a little bit fun to walk over to that entrance. So then if you keep heading down here past the changing room, there's a bed here. If you want to take a little nap, listen to the waves. And some surfboards if you want to go surfing. And then there's a bunch of fishing poles down here. And there's some fruit snacks right here, because staying hydrated is very important. And I got some showers in case you want to get the sand off of you, or maybe not smell like beach water. Or even if you want to get clean before going into the beach. And there's also some music down here. It's Marine Song 2001, I think is what it's called. It's one of the better KK Slider songs. I very much like it. There's a life ring right here. And there's some scuba masks here, in case you need any extras. And there's a hammock right here because I got a lot of sleeping spots around here. What can I say? I'm a sleepy gal. And then if you keep going down here, Anka's thinking. Oh, I wonder what she's thinking about. Oh, I don't think she wants to say stinky anymore. Too bad. Alright, so we got some fish right here, which alludes to the next area we're going to. It's a little fishing ring. Fishing arena. Makes it sound like gladiator style, but it's a little bit more relaxed than that. We got some ducks too. And I got a little water cooler here, because again, gotta stay hydrated. But yeah, this is my little fishing den. And if you go up here past the left, past Anka, who doesn't want to say stinky anymore, there's another little Japanese Zen garden up here with another fishing pond, some flowers. And if you keep going up here, I have a little spa area. There's some slippers and a bath towel to get changed into, and some other towels to take with you. So there's kind of a few components to this. There's the heating rocks right here you can sit in front of. There's music in here, of course. There's some incense sticks, and then there's just a bunch of different water sources and more incense sticks, some nice decorations to look at. So you can kind of sit down and just take it all in, watch the stars a little bit since it's outdoors. Okay, so then we'll go down here and to the left. Okay, so there's a little bit going on here. So right here is the little garden fountain area with flower wagons and the statue and surrounding trees and all that. And if you go down here, I have a flower market. And I say it's a flower market, but it's also kind of combined with a cafe. So there's some drink sources over here, as well as flowers you can buy up here, and some seating areas with music and ducks, and a beautiful beachside view. And got some of the seashell barriers because I wanted to give it a little bit of a sea vibe. If you go over here to the left, you'll see that wanted sign, and you might want to stay away from that. So we're gonna head back over to safety and loop our way back out to the exits. Okay, so then we're going to the left more, and if you go up, this is my little shopping district. So if you go to the left, it's the Able Sisters, which is where you buy clothes. Since I'm recording this at about 1 a.m., everything is closed. But this is the little area that I have for the Able Sisters to go shopping. There's a little seat here in case you wanted to get any work done and watch the waterfalls. And then over to the right is the Cranny store, which sells a bunch of random goodies. And I kind of changed this area based on whatever season it is. So I did have a bunch of Christmas items here, but now I'm kind of populating it with Easter. But now that Easter's over, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this, so a little bit of a work in progress. There's another secret area up here if you go past this flower garden. You can make of this what you will, but there's some digging spots. And if you dig it up, you find a skeleton. So we're just gonna put that right back. Alright, now we're gonna head back down here. Okay, and I got these little dancing things here, which I haven't gotten rid of them yet because sometimes my cats will dance on them and it's amazing. So, there again, there's my little Vaporeon flag. Gotta love them. This is just the town hall area. You can't move it, which kind of sucks, but you know. I also didn't notice there's these color-coordinated flower gardens on the bottom. And yeah, that's about my island. If you're interested, I can make another video about my house, but thanks for watching. I hope the audio turned out okay.